Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Nervous. I'm here on behalf of YOP, and we are calling for your submissions for the spring issue. Do you want to talk a little bit?
Hi, I'm Madison, also here with YOP. And we're looking for any art you've made, any creative writing you've done. So this could be a poem that you scratched on the back of your homework or on your lecture notes. This can be a photo of a friend you took while you were lifting weights and they had a really funny face. You think it's quality. This can be a mug you made in ceramics. You take a photo of that, you send it to us. It can also be stuff you've worked on for a while that's really close to your heart. We're going to treat all of your art with care. But essentially what we want is to see all of the creative juices that are flowing on this campus. So please send us your stuff.
Yes, and we are offering an early bird deadline this semester for submissions that will provide an opportunity for you to workshop with the editing staff. It'll just be kind of a casual little meeting where we'll talk about your piece a little bit and maybe give some feedback, but it's a really cool opportunity. So we want to encourage you to submit by February 28th to get the early bird deadline, or if you miss that, you still have an opportunity to submit by March 13th is our final deadline. But we really want to see everyone submitting something so that we can have like a really cool issue that represents our whole campus.
And you submit to YOP at bethelks.edu. That's YAWP.
Good spelling, Madison.
Thank you. All right, cool. Send your stuff.
So, my mother graduated from Bethel College as a music major. So for my whole life, it's been instilled in me that music is a big deal at Bethel College. So today we have a special performance featuring Dr. William Aish and the Bethel College Concert Choir, Music and Stories. Here we go. Let's have a big Thresher welcome for them. Let's go.
So thanks. It's great to have you here on this Monday. Before we begin, a special word of a shout out here to both basketball teams. It was really a pleasure to watch you guys play on Saturday. 2 wins was really great, and a special word of shout out to Abby Schmidt. 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 1,000 something else, I'm sure. So best wishes for all of you as you move towards the postseason. I'll be looking to watch you play. It's great to see the vigor and energy that you have on the court, and great to be in the gym with you, with a great student section and a great band, a great group of cheerleaders. It was really awesome to be a part of it. I have often thought about community during my time at Bethel College. It happened this morning on my way to my office at 7:15, walking the green in the fog, greeting some of you on your way to breakfast. This gathering of people is unique. We are writers, scientists, artists, athletes, musicians, historians, social workers, and we live together in this space, at the CAF, in the classroom, on the athletic fields. But our community is not just limited to this space, but it stretches across the globe through the work of our graduates who once walked this green, whose interests and skills were unearthed in this community. Today, the coming together of individuals into this space, sometimes I think of it as sacred space, in Crable Auditorium, represents another type of community. A community charged with the obligation to listen and seek the truth outside of our academic disciplines. It requires concentration, and we, all too often, find ourselves on cell phones or laptops, playing video games, writing papers, watching sports. And yet there might be wisdom in setting aside those interruptions, if only for a short time, to hear what the outside world might have to say. Some time ago, I chose to be a choral conductor instead of an instrumental conductor. I loved music, but which way should I go? Prior to that, I was thinking about psychology. I took courses in biology. I couldn't settle on a major. For me, the choice was not difficult. The wedding of text and music can, if done correctly, open up a new way of seeing our world, seeing ourselves, and may even call us to change. When we rehearse, we work to get everything right in the music, and yet, without passion and understanding, the music is dull. However, if we only sing with passion, then the small things like pitch and rhythm and text are diminished, and the music is never quite right. Our challenge is to find the balance between intellect and passion, head and heart. My challenge to you today, can you find the truth in what the music says? Did our music contain both intellect and passion? I think you'll know. Were you challenged by any particular text? Seniors have volunteered to introduce singers have volunteered to introduce each piece. The introduction will center on what links them to this music. See if you experience it in the same way. We'll have time to discuss your observations at the end of the presentation. And I want to thank you in advance for being an attentive audience. Addie?
The first piece we'll be singing is entitled Horizons, and I'm going to be reading a brief description of the song's history. In a cave somewhere in the Western Cape region is a well-documented sand painting of a Dutch ship, resplendent with flags and sails rounding the cape. The painting dates back to the early 1700s and serves as a poignant reminder of the incredible powers of observations of these now virtually extinct people. Sadly, the very people the sand saw as gods, certainly in terms of stature and relative opulence, were to become their executioners with the help of other black tribes. Physically small, the sand described their larger neighbors as animals without hooves, and were often mistakenly regarded as cowardly due to their non-confrontational approach to conflict with friend and foe alike. The eland, which is a large antelope, represented more than just food and took on an almost supernatural significance, while the rain was seen supernaturally to be either male or female, either rain cow or rain bull, depending on its intensity. Horizons was written at the request of the King Singers for their 1995 South African tour and was commissioned for them by the Foundation of the Creative Arts of South Africa.
To elaborate a bit of the story, these sand people traveled from the east coast to the west coast of Africa. On an annual basis, they traveled 3,000 miles following the herds. They were hunters. And when the Dutch settlers came in with their huge ships, and you'll hear it referring to it, they saw these people as gods. And these people, much like Native Americans, understood their environment. They knew plants, they knew animals exceptionally well. And this conflict ends in a particular, I think, poignant result.
So this next piece that we're doing is called The Lamb, and it takes the poem by William Blake, The Lamb, and puts it to music. I just have a couple things to say about it. So, I'm an English major. Took a class, read this poem in that class, and if my English professors would cover their ears right now, I didn't like this poem. I thought it was so simple. I'll read a couple of the lines. Little lamb, who made thee? Dost thou know who made thee? Gave thee life and bid thee feed by the stream and o'er the mead. So we read this, and we read some other stuff by William Blake, and he has stuff that's like pages long. And we read this one, and it was one page. It was very simple. I didn't super enjoy it. So when we got this piece, and I saw that it was this poem, I was a little bit in my head like, oh man. And then we sang through it a couple of times, and I realized, like, this is what William Blake is trying to do with this poem. The way it's set to music helped me realize, like, oh, it gave me shivers. So we're gonna perform it for you now, and I hope that you have the same experience that I did.
Dost thou know This next song we're going to sing is called Unclouded Day. And the song Unclouded Day speaks to hope of life after death, a time and place where our struggles cease to exist. However, whenever I sing Unclouded Day, I also think about the hope for peace in my living future, not just the afterlife. For me, Unclouded Day illustrates that the strifes we face today are only temporary, and that we can hold on to the hope that there are brighter days ahead of us. To quote the poet Aubrey de Vere, "Sullen skies today, sunny skies tomorrow. The sweetest joys that come to us come sweeter from past sorrow."
Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the skies. They tell me of a home far away. And they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of a home. They tell me of a home. They tell me of a home where my friends have gone. They tell me of a land far away, where the tree of life in eternal bloom sheds its fragrance through the unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of a king in his duty. They tell me that my night shall be whole. He sits on the throne at his side, as the sun in the sea, that is made of gold. Oh, the land of cloudless days, unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days, unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day.
All right, so the next piece we're going to sing is called Crossing the Bar, and I want to read the poem to you guys just a second before I explain. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. Though death comes to all, Christ has overcome. O death, where is thy sting? Thy victory, O grave. For thou art born of time and place. The flood may bear me far. I hope to see my pilot face to face, when I have crossed the bar. So death and dying is a really difficult thing, and this is chock full of it. It's about joy and sadness at the same time. A journey of death is not just for those dying, but of those who are close to them. Personally, I have lost my aunt and my cousin within the same year about 6 years ago. And with that, I had a lot of anger and sadness. With this song, I was able to move that sadness to joy, to stand on their shoulders, like Bill tells us all the time. We stand on the shoulders of those who come before us. That can mean so many things. So with this song, it is about joy and sadness, all wrapped up into one, about the death and dying of those we love.
would have more, but that's all that we have planned for today. I'm most interested in hearing what you heard, the questions that you have, the shape of things. Yeah, I'm interested in what happened during that period of time. I guess we have mics that go around, right? Is that what happens here?
Okay, I do have a mic, so I will come with questions. Normally, I would have the Google form out by now. Ron usually does that. I thought I could figure it out, but I did not manage to get it right. So, he has job security for now. He knows how to do that. But that means that we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. So, let's hear reflections, things you liked, shout-outs. Let's have a conversation.
Hi, choir and Bill. I just wanted to say that Unclouded Day is one of my personal favorites, and I'm really glad you guys sang it today. I actually recommended that you guys sing it because it is one of my favorites, and just when you sing it, you always look and sound like you're having a good time, and that it's a song about joy, of course, but it sounds like joy too, and I just wanted to point that out because no one else was talking. Thank you.
Ask questions. Oh, okay. Hello, choir and Bill. Maybe some of the seniors can help me, but did the choir sing Crossing the Bar before? It was really nice to hear it again. I liked it a lot. You guys did a good job.
Hi, so I think this might be for Bill, maybe. We don't know, we'll see. So your choir students put in their lunch hour every day to sing and practice. And I was just wondering if they put so much effort into everyday practice, why it's only one credit hour? Because that blows my mind. Tell me how that is so, because I don't get it.
And not only that, but they spend their times on Sunday mornings at local congregations representing you in the college. During their spring breaks, they travel when many of you are in Padre Island, representing you and the college. 1 hour credit is not nearly enough. But you know, and you'll find this out, maybe some of you already have. When I came to Bethel College, I took a cut in my salary, a substantial cut. I came here because I fell in love with this institution. I fell in love with people who I think are really dedicated. Yeah, I fell in love with my colleagues, who I think are great teachers. And I'm, as a result, earning a lot less money than what I could other places. So I guess my answer to your question is that not all the time does credit hour or wages or anything like that dictate, at least for me, and you'd have to ask them, a happy life. But what I think they do when they come together is enjoy being a part of something bigger than themselves, maybe not unlike what you do here on athletic teams or in the classroom. Something that's bigger, something that's greater, that has a level of excellence because of their dedication and time. We would never sing this way if we were meeting every day for 45 minutes. And when I came, the rehearsal time was, you don't know this, but it was an hour and a half a day. Yeah. It's amazing what these people do, absolutely stunningly amazing. And their dedication and their commitment to it is phenomenal. It's a great question. So, Dr. Milliman, here's my plug. We need another 5 hours for this.
Thank you for performing our choir and Bill. I love the Cornerstone. That's one of my favorites. I was back here singing and dancing in my seat. I just love that the presence you guys bring to the stage and like how you all are so passionate about what you're performing to the community, and it's something that I really look up to. So thank you for doing that for us.
Hi guys, and Bill. This is just a comment. I just have to say that the Bethel College Choir, even though I've never been part of it and you don't want to hear me sing, has been a big, kind of a big part of the mental landscape that's made up my time at Bethel. Like since I transferred here, like one of the first things I heard of the Bethel College Choir was you guys doing the Down to the River to Pray in the grain bin. And for me, that's part of my mental soundtrack of what Bethel is when I think of Bethel. And also, you guys need to do an official recording of that because I need it on my iPod very badly. But, so that's just my comment, but like you guys' music is very inspiring to me and I love listening to you and just kind of wishing that I could sing with you, but knowing I would ruin the music if I did. So, thank you all, and thank you, Bill.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but on the first song, Horizons, the beat that was that's like very derived from African roots, and I really like how that was incorporated into the song. And also, the first time I heard the concert choir was in 2017. They came to Iowa on tour, and I managed to be there, and that's one of the big reasons I came here, and y'all still sound as good.
Thank you guys for singing today. It was wonderful hearing you. I was really moved by it. It was a really humbling experience listening to you guys. It's obvious how much work you guys put into it. It's incredible to watch and just go alongside you guys and be in a wonderful class. I mean, everything you guys do is really motivating, and I look forward to everything you do in the future. I hope you guys the best of luck.
And perhaps as a closing comment, I might say this to you. Music has, and many of you know this, music has an incredible power. One of the exercises that I ask all of my seniors to do is to speak to the simple question, why do I sing? And the response, and they actually deliver it to their colleagues. And the response is myriad. I sing because of the death of my grandfather. When I sing, I honor my parents. When I sing, I remember my choral director. When I sing, I think of the things in this world that need to be changed. When I sing, it's the only safe place I can be because of sexual assault that I encountered. When I sing, I'm surrounded by members who believe in many respects the same thing that I do, who believe in the same visions. When I sing, I am moved by the music. And the list goes on and on and on. When you listen to music, open your ears, open your minds, and I'm convinced it will change you if it hasn't already. I want to just say to all of you, thank you so much for being such a fine audience, for being so attentive, and for listening so carefully to material that can sometimes be difficult to hear. Thank you.
Have a great day.